Hello everyone, Mr. Whale here. Welcome to a short induction video here for those of you interested in taking a level 3 qualification in sports leadership next year at Ifield Community College. As shown on the screen, the level 3 course is a nationally recognised qualification which we offer to work alongside the OCR level 3 Cambridge Technical in Sport and Physical Activity. To give you an overview of the course and what you'll be enrolling into, students undertaking the qualification in sports leadership will learn and demonstrate important life skills such as effective communication, planning, responsibility and organisation, whilst learning to lead basic physical activities to their peers and younger people within the community. Our sessions use sport to deliver fun and engaging physical activities with peers and the community. Our students will plan, lead and evaluate sports, physical activity sessions over a number of tutored hours and then demonstrate their leadership skills as part of their assessment. Lessons consist of both guided and peer-to-peer learning, including supervised leadership to ensure that learners have developed the skills they need to lead basic physical activities to other people. You can expect 5 hours over a fortnight on top of your 9 hours completing the OCR Cambridge Technical in Sport. So the total hours or guided hours over the year is 132. This is divided up between, of course, practical and theory lessons, which incorporates the 7 mandatory units. It's important to mention before we get into the finer details of the units that the course is tailored to all different types and different levels of leadership. Whether you have had exposure to leadership during GCSE PE or sports studies, or if you have little to none experience in the past. Unit 1, especially the coursework unit, allows all leaders of different statures to learn in depth about the behaviours and the skills an effective, inclusive leader would need in a range of different situations. And then start to reflect on any skills that you currently possess and how you can then develop them in the future. Unit 2 looks at different types of sporting and physical activity events, helping students understand different formats, potential pros and cons, and the sheer amount of work that goes on behind the scenes before leading these types of events. We will work with students so they can plan events to include allocations of roles, responsibilities of the people they will be in charge of, different equipment they'll need to use, and of course the different types of activities that they will be promoting, so they can run a smooth and successful event. Unit 3 shows students the responsibilities they have as a sports leader and how they have a duty of care over the participants in their sessions. We will help them understand the correct steps they have to take to protect themselves from safeguarding incidents and how to maximise safety when leading sporting activities, introducing them to emergency procedures and how to create and complete risk assessments, allowing leaders to manage safely before the session to maintain a safe and fun environment. Unit 4 will look at different impacts sporting activities can have within a community, whether that be in physiological, psychological or social benefits. Leaders will look at different strategies which can increase participation levels in community sport. Then plan a series of linked community sporting activity sessions to lead, and once completed, leaders will evaluate the impact these sessions had within the community. Unit 5 will introduce leaders to the positive effects taking part in sport can have on children. Leaders will then produce a series of sporting activity sessions for this user group. These sessions should show progression from one lesson to the next, clear structure, good pace and flow, with the use of appropriate communication methods. Leaders should showcase strategies to manage the behaviour of the participants, flexibility to adapt sessions if necessary, and a good range of feedback methods. Students will then be asked to evaluate their strengths and weaknesses to aid their development and of course identify ways in which they can improve. Unit 6 will introduce students to recommended sporting activities for disabled people, again looking at the benefits to the participants of taking part in sport. Leaders will be exposed to the potential barriers disabled people face when attempting to participate in sport and look at key strategies used to increase disabled people's participation. We will support leaders in adapting and differentiating sporting lessons for disabled people with different ability levels. Leaders will then plan a series of lessons for this user group and once again evaluate their lessons. Unit 7, similar to Unit 6, however looking at a different user group, this time being older people. Leaders will look at the benefits to the participants by taking part in sport and also the benefits to society. We will introduce students to the potential barriers which stop older people participating and also the strategies used to increase participation where possible, allowing students to plan adapted and differentiated lessons before you evaluating once again. As a school, we are incredibly lucky to have several links out in the wider community. We work closely with both the Mill and St Margaret's Primary School, both of which are within walking distance of Ifield Community College. They continue to be keen to have us over, whether this is for break or lunch activities, PE lessons, or even help from our leaders at their sports day. Manor Green, which is a dynamic secondary school for children who face a wide range of learning difficulties, are always keen for our leaders to come over and lead sessions whenever possible. We are also very, very lucky to have a special link with Sussex Cricket. Our leaders in the past have been invited down to the county ground for the Discoverability event where the whole community gets involved, not just children, not just older people, not just disabled people, the whole community as a whole, which, as you can imagine, is a great day out for all involved. Lastly, we do a lot of work with Crawley School Games Organiser, helping out events for primary school students at ICC and out in the community at venues such as K2. You may even get yourself a free shirt if you help out too. So how do we assess our learners? So demonstration of leadership, our learners must complete a minimum of 30 hours of leadership throughout the qualification. So this will be taken up within Unit 4, so 10 hours worth of planning, leading and evaluating sessions within our community. You will then have to choose between Units 5, 6 and 7. So we need a minimum of 10 hours from 2 of these units. So you can pick between sessions for children, sessions for disabled people or sessions for older people. Sports leaders have also provided an easy to use learner evidence record. So this is where we'll be housing all of our written content. So the LER is a mandatory and it will use the following assessments. So practical observations, so that may be photos, videos and all of your written session plans. Questioning of underpinning knowledge, that could be via worksheets, plans and evaluations completed during the course. Once they are all compiled and they are all together, your tutor will be able to sign off that you have completed the course. Once students have completed the course, they will walk away with a nationally recognised Level 3 qualification in sports leadership. Our Level 3 qualification has a strong benefit for use within a personal statement. It also carries UCAS points, so it carries a total of 16 UCAS tariff points. Students can then go on to use the qualification to go in employment, to gain employment in apprenticeships or uni applications, and many of the personal skills developed throughout this year is desirable in a wide range of careers and not just those within sport. I would just like to say thank you to staying tuned to our Level 3 Qualification in Sport Leadership introduction. If you do have any questions or queries, please do feel free to contact me. My email is on screen right now and I'll be more than happy to get back to you, and we look forward to having you on the course next year.